Today I would like to show how to use wall tool. So this is the base tool in modeling Revit project. To activate our tool from the ribbon, we have to go to the example ground floor. So I will double click it from the project browser, and now I can use my wall tool, which is right over here, first on the left in ribbon tab architecture. Our click, and now you can see our ribbon go to the context window, modify plates wall, where are all the tools we can use while drawing our walls. We have some option here to draw our wall. First of all is line, next is rectangle, polygon tools, circle, or even arc for two sides, ellipse, or peak lines, and peak faces if we model something first. Mostly common use is line. So to draw our wall first, I will zoom in into my project to show what am I drawing. So first we can check our hint on the left bottom of our interface. It says click to enter wall start point, and now enter wall end point space flips orientation. So we can draw our wall by any flip, or even we can draw our wall horizontal or vertical snap, shows by this blue dashed line. If we want, we can even provide the length of our wall. Here is snap over 200, but we can even provide it from our keyboard 500 and provide enter. And I am still in the chain of drawing my wall, so I can draw any next wall which is automatically chained. Snaps works quite good, so I can simply draw any shape I want it. Let's see how rectangular works. We provide from one side to another, and we have our rectangle. The same with polygon, where we can define how many sides we want it. Or circle, which we define by the value of radius, and we can set the radius like we want it. If we double click escape on our keyboard, we are leaving our tool of defending walls, but if we click it one time, we still will be in our tool. We also have here some arc option, show one side to arc, and then we define radius of the arc. We also have second option to draw our arc. Click to enter arc wall center line, and now we define it by circle and show the second end point of our wall. I will remove all the walls I have drawn right now to show our option of drawing wall, and go back to my tool of drawing wall. Choose line first, and what I recommend is to focus on the option bar, which is right over here, before you start creating any wall. If we set all the settings right now before we click anytime at this wall, Revit will automatically remember our settings, so we wouldn't have to change them afterward. So first option is the way we describe our wall. So when you select height, you draw wall up from the current level. When you select depth option, you draw wall from the current level down. Might be used for the foundation wall. Now we are creating our ground floor wall, so height will be right recommended. Next option is the height of our wall. So I recommend to top constraint to the level above, +1 floor. Next is location line. Mostly common location line which I recommend in my practice of architect, I recommend core center line for every wall. Rarely I needed any other location line, because for example for interior walls, wall center line and core center line, they are the same, but core center line are very important for our structure walls and exterior walls. But we have also option to finish face exterior, finish face interior, core face exterior, core face interior. So you can use them as well To show that, I will draw a rectangle. I will change type for exterior wall with more complex structure, like exterior brick on CMU. I will change detail level for fine to see structure of our walls. Now I mark all the walls and show you that location line for them are wall center line. But I will change for this to core center line, for this to finish face exterior, and this one will be core face interior. And as you can see, every wall has different location line, and only thing which is different for them is the location of these two dots of the beginning and the end of the wall. So this is our wall center line, and our location line is right in the middle of the wall. Right here is right in the middle of the structure. Here we set finish face exterior, so as you can see my dots are right on the finish face exterior, and here core face interior, so it's right on the core face interior. Another thing which is might important that to create our location line is the way they are changeable. So if we mirror our wall, which location line is wall center line, and change wall orientation from outside to inside, as you can see the location of the wall doesn't change. But if we do it right over here where we have a finish face exterior, as you can see the location of my wall change according to the location line. So I will remove this wall and let's go back to the option bar of our walls. Another thing that we can set right here is chain. So this means that we will automatically draw a chain of wall, which is my use. And we can even create offset for our lines. So if we choose to pick lines, we can set an offset for the core center line for our walls, so it might be used. Next, we can even set a radius if we want to draw a wall as an arc. So as I said before, if we set our options right over here by using option bar, before we start creating any wall, Revit will automatically remember our setting. And now we can start to draw any wall we want it. And if we choose to exit our tool of wall, if we set it one more time, as you can see, Revit remembered our settings as well and go to draw another wall. Next thing I would like to tell you about are parameters of each element in Revit we draw. If we choose to draw a wall or any other elements, or even if we choose to annotate our project, they all have the same parameters, which we can divide for two categories: instance parameters and type parameters. All instance parameters are provided in palette properties, and from this position we can change them. So if we change for this wall location line, for core center line, and we change it for finish face interior, we will only change for this one instance of wall in our project. All others have a different location line. To check it, we can mark all four walls, and if we have a blank space right here where the value should be, this means that all those walls have different location lines. And make for them core center line, location line. And now if I check them all, I have the value core center line, because for all these four walls they have same value core center line. Another category of parameters for each element in Revit are type parameters. which are available from edit type position. So to change them, we have to go to edit type, and we have type property. I will move to side this window to see all four walls and edit structure for them. And for example, I will remove these four layers by clicking delete them. Okay, I did it for all existing walls in the project. So I will undo my changes, and we can go to the next step of our training, creating a new type of wall. So I will remove these four types, go again to the wall tool, and I will choose to edit type to create a new type of wall. So first we have here type properties window. Family is system family basic wall, and type exterior brick on CMU. In our template, which we read in our project, there are many types of walls, but I would like to create a new one which will be based on exterior brick on CMU, and I will choose to duplicate, and Revit by default add suffix to the name of the type, but you can change it as you want it. I will change it for exterior wall training and click OK. So first thing we should focus on is the structure of the wall, which is hidden right over here over edit. So we have our new context window, edit assembly. I will change the length of it to see all the parameters clearly, and here we have the structure of our wall. For exterior wall, it's quite complicated. We have first of all exterior side of the wall, and on the other side we have interior side, and here we have some separate layer with function, material, thickness, and we can even set if this wall is prop or is it a structural material. So first we have some function with priorities in the braces right over here. So structure is one priority, substrate is second priority, thermal layer 3. We can show our droplets for each layer and change the function freely. We need to only remember that membrane layer is always 0 thickness, and we have to focus that our priorities must grow or be equal from the center of the wall to the sides. As you can see, we have here so 1, 2, 3, 4, and the same is right over here 1, 2, 5. It don't have to be one after another, so it don't have to be. We can skip some priorities, but they should set right there, because Revit wouldn't allow us to confirm the structure of the wall. And we can freely insert any new layer or delete as well. There are also option of change the position of the layer if we want it to go up or if we want it to go down. So next thing, there are materials. As we click on this little gray symbol right over here with 3 dots, we are going to the material browser in our Revit. So in our template, as you can see, we have many materials, and if we click any search right here like air, we have all materials which include vocabulary air in the name of it. And if we wanted as well to have more materials, we can find them on internet. For example, our company have prepared our libraries for Xela, where we have all the material of bearings. So for example, I will choose Etung Ford PP2 external load bearing material. We can check parameters or even attachment to it. So I will go to description. Now choose the Revit version we work in and download it. Open. Check the name of the material. So by copy to clipboard, Ctrl C, load this wall to our project. I will remove it right now. And now I am able to set my structural material for new one. I will insert Idong and choose my cement blocks as structure. Now I can edit thickness of my material to 20 centimeters. Let's change finish. Select from the material browser template. And change thickness to 8 millimeters. I will leave 2 centimeters for thermal air layer, and change rigid insulation into function thermal air layer with 12 thickness. I will leave damp proofing as membrane and 0 thickness. As I said before, membrane is only one prior which defines that thickness should be 0. If I insert even 1 millimeter here, Revit wouldn't allow to close me the editor, so I change it back to 0. And finish exterior I will leave as it is with metal fairing and gypsum wallboard. So to accept my wall I will click OK. Now OK, and now I can draw my wall on core center line using line. Once again, quick check is everything is right like I want it. So base constraint, tab constraint, and now by drawing all my grids with prims, I will draw the exterior walls of my ground floor. I will zoom in, and now I will add arc to my wall joints by using fillet arc and showing the wall which I want to use. And as you can see, my wall is in the wrong direction, so to change it I click on it and change a location line for it to wall center line, and I can mirror it. And for the second corner I go to tool wall once again, choose fillet arc, show two walls, and here the same. My orientation wall is wrong, so I change the location line and flip it. Just for the second to use my temporary dimension, I will change location line for finish face interior. And now by using temporary dimension I can set the arc of interior in my both fillet. Double click to zoom all my building, and this is how we create our new wall types.